we're live.
Yes, after technical difficulties on some.
And it actually showed up on all the pages on Facebook.
Woohoo! We actually did it this time. It only took us an hour.
Welcome to the Midweek show, where I'm hoping this is going to be an awesome show every week. Don't forget, we got Friday shows with the truckers on TV. That's with Larry, Justin, and James. And their topic this week is going to be how to distress in their downtime, where there could be less stress. And I know that's going to be an awesome show. I cannot wait to see it, hear it. And then, of course, Saturday is going to be with our trucker safety divas. Now that's going to be with Angela, Lori, Chris, Catherine, Ashley, some moderators. And Miss Angela is going to be talking about feminine hygiene as a trucker. So, hello, Mike. How you doing today?
So I think the feminine hygiene show is going to be either really informational or really funny. I don't know. What do you guys think?
A
little of both.
Yeah, I think a little of both. But you know what? That's okay because we need to laugh every once in a while.
Yes, we do. Let's see. Excuse me. And then Angie brought up this great website. I actually went and checked it out, and I told my husband to go check it out. And it's cdllife.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it has great articles in there. Now we have 3 today. Where it's one was a fuel truck. Another one was a truck driver that on the Indiana toll road.
Yep.
Over the overpass there, over railroad tracks. Thank goodness the fuel truck driver nor the FedEx driver was hurt. And then they had a semi crash through the medium, blocks off traffic on I-76.
Yeah. So I'll talk about the one with the truck driver that ran over. So it said that a truck driver ran over a coworker at a grain cooperative, and this was in Minnesota. It happened on Tuesday, so yesterday, in the afternoon. And it said that a grain truck was driven by a 38-year-old gentleman, and he backed over a 37-year-old coworker, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Records revealed that this facility was investigated by OSHA back in February of 2010 for having numerous citations that were already issued from fellow drivers that were having safety problems and violations. It said the violations found during the investigation included a lack of training on how to safely operate industrial trucks. So I have a feeling that this truck driver is going to be in a world of trouble because it sounds like the company's already had a lot of safety issues in the past. So
it sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't checked out CDL, they're a pretty big trucking news organization. They keep it. News stories are posted all the time. You can find them on Twitter and all that, but it's a good source of information, especially when it comes to anything to do with trucking.
Yes, and I also saw on that Trucking Light where it says there's a button on there for recruiting, where you can do job search.
Yeah.
So that's some really good information on it.
Mike's.
He says he hopes you're feeling better today.
Yeah, we actually went to the doctors yesterday, and we both got diagnosed with bronchitis. They pretty much told us that we're borderline having COVID pneumonia. So we got some, I guess in my, what did I put? So in my text message or my message I put up on my page last night to tell you how sick I was trying to give everybody an update and say they gave us prednisone. And I guess I put down prediction. And Larry's like,
Yeah.
"Do you need to do that?" I'm like, no. So they did not give us, they didn't give us any predictions. They gave us prednisone and inhalers and just told us to take it easy. And then if we're not feeling better in 2 to 3 days, we got to go back in for some more chest x-rays. So, Lord Almighty.
This COVID, it needs to go away.
Oh, what? No, I'm good. Sorry,
Okay.
Larry's making me breakfast. He wanted me to show everybody. He made me an omelet and some sausage.
Aw, yeah.
Aw, that's awesome.
All right, so who's going next on the stories?
You can
Whoever
go,
wants
Lauren.
to.
All right, so the next story was a truck driver runs into trouble on the Indiana toll road. Police says that a truck driver is okay after partly crashing off an overpass in Indiana on Wednesday morning. The crash occurred early Wednesday at mile marker 83 on Indiana toll roads in Milwaukee, leaving the truck's trailer hanging down over the railroad tracks below the overpass. Sorry, excuse me. Authorities say that no other vehicles were involved in that. The truck driver is not hurt. Eastbound lanes of Indiana toll roads were closed and drivers were being rerouted.
I'm going to try and post a picture up. Hold on just a second. I had some pictures of that one. I'm going to try to see if I can get him to come up here. So hold on just a sec.
That's not good.
No.
I'll
I
bet
couldn't
you
get-
need to clean drawers.
Yeah, sorry guys. I was hoping we could put because I had graphics for every news story. And I was hoping like with StreamYard you can just put the graphics up and they come up over us. But I guess in
Right.
recent it's the opposite. So, but yeah, actually, Cindy McDowell sent me that story this morning. For those of you guys that don't know, just a heads up, that was Jessica Light here, so we may have to call her after the show. She was just trying to call me.
Okay. I can
but-
call her after if you want.
But yeah, we can do a join if you wanted. Sorry, she's one of our trucker friends is going through some stuff, so we're trying to help her out. We'll get the hang of this. So, what'd Ashley say?
Oh, I love the beginning of StreamYard. Very pretty colors. You are all so beautiful. I will be listening. Hope to join in soon. In the future, you all look beautiful. And then she went, restream, I mean.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah. So I was on the phone with her and Catherine this morning, so I don't want to really spill the beans, but I want to say for all of our viewers and listeners out there, if you guys could just keep Ashley in your thoughts and prayers. She's going through a lot of stuff right now. She's got a lot of big changes that are coming down the pipeline this week. It's not my business to say what they are, but I am asking if you guys could keep her in your thoughts and prayers. She's a super special girl. So Kathy, you came to me a week and a half ago with this great idea to do the midweek show, and it was actually something Lori and I had been talking about doing for a while. So what is your thought process on what you'd like to see on this going forward?
Well, I've got last week after I talked to you about it, we was at one of his terminals, and I'm sitting there with my notebook, and I'm writing out these different topics and everything, and it's just I couldn't believe how fast I was thinking about all this stuff, and I've already got like 3 pages.
Nice.
Yeah, one's about pets and what different. Is it better to buy from a breed or a rescue or all kinds of stuff? And You know,
awesome.
and then, you know, another one's just about trucking wives, what we go through.
Right.
And also, I'm hoping I'll get more ideas and everything. And, you know, y'all got any ideas? Shoot it my way, and where I can research them. And,
Lori
We
and I
can
do that
do
all the
that.
time. Lori and I do it all the time. We'll have like a brainstorming session. I'll be like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna have a little brainstorm session. Then we'll keep like a
Our
notebook and
brainstorm
we'll write
sessions
down
usually
everything.
last about 2 hours, though, because then we have squirrel moments when we talk.
oh, yeah.
Don't just leave them.
There was a guy he came in to do his laundry, and he thought I was in school or something. He's like, "Are you doing essays?" I was like, "No," and I just went off on everybody's shows. Married to the Road. You know, I mean, I'm going off and just blah, 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 blah. You know, I think I kind of overwhelmed him.
That's funny.
And also, he didn't say he was going to watch anything. He was like, okay, and then kind of walked off. But, you know, it was like, wow. You know, because y'all have influenced me so much.
Well,
And
remember, I think you're doing amazing.
thank you. And we can't forget, we got Married to the Road on TikTok. And we got Rolling with the Underwoods on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Justin and Chris yet because I haven't really heard them say anything about TikTok. But I do know Married to the Road and Rolling with the Underwoods has a TikTok. So
We do.
please go out there and watch them. Angie has some awesome videos out there with her little Gizmo and Bandit and you know, I'm starting to filter into TikTok a little bit, done some videos, and you know, I'm kind of putting my husband out there because I'm not ready to put my face out there yet.
It was funny. Harry watched your video you put up last night, and he actually friended you on TikTok. And he was watching your husband. He's like, "Hey, he plays games just like me."
So funny. That is too funny.
Yeah, and I got to come up with some more songs to do with him. And then, you know, we're going to be home this weekend. So I'm like, okay, how can I put Diesel into these TikToks as well when I'm home with him? Because
Diesel
I am
could be a
planning.
money maker for you on TikTok.
I know he's going to be a comical.
Yes.
I can just see it. He's going to be all over the place. But we're going to be home this weekend, and then I'm going to go back out on the road with him in February, and then come back home in March. I don't know if I'll stay home in March. I might come back out. I don't know. And I do love it out here. I do love it and spend time with him, and I'll just got to teach my kids how not to eat up all the food.
Gary Hodgkin said, "Don't forget about Dancing Larry." LOL. Yeah.
Oh my God!
I have to tell you the story of that video. So we did it. I don't know, the beginning of our COVID, and it was funny because I did it as a joke because I kept seeing these guys doing that dance where it's all sexy and stuff. And I'm like, "Hey, babe, you should do that for me," meaning me, not the TikTok audience. And he's like, "Give me 5 minutes." He goes, "I'll learn that dance." And I'm like, "Right, you're gonna learn it in 5 minutes." So 5 minutes, he comes back. He's like, "Okay, babe, record me." He comes out. I was like, "Oh my God!" I was laughing so hard. Our kids were dying.
That's funny.
I thought it was great.
I loved it. It was. I'm sitting here and I'm laughing, and Chris here went right before I was like, "Babe, I got to learn how to do this TikTok," and he was like, "Okay." He says, "What you gonna do? Do me with I'm too sexy for my shirt?"
Oh
I'm
my
like,
goodness.
I'm like, that's a good one. Let me figure out how I'm gonna do this.
That would be funny.
we should get your hubby. We should get James, and we should do Larry and figure out how to like collaborate the three of them in the same TikTok. That would be hysterical.
Oh my gosh, that'd be funny. That would be. He would do it. You know he would do it.
Oh yeah, Larry would do it in a heartbeat.
Sheila, did you have a story, honey?
No, I'm gonna go live when we go on vacation when we're down in Florida. I might pick a day depending on what we're doing. Yeah,
Awesome.
believe me, I'll have plenty of pictures too.
Ooh,
So
Oh,
we fly out on the 4th of March, and we fly back on the 9th of March. So it's just a short, small mini vacation. But my best friend's gonna be down there is meeting us there. So
that's awesome.
yeah, we're actually going to.
We're hoping to meet Sheila and Amber sometime in March.
We're going to the Supercross on the 5th at the Daytona racetrack.
Oh, now I'm jealous.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It's something we've wanted to do, and the guy that designs the track for the Supercross is actually an ex-rider. He retired from riding, and my husband followed him for years. So every time he designs a track, it's never the same. It's always different. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'll have lots of pictures to post. Believe me.
Can't wait to see them.
Diane had a comment here, and I just wanted to address it. She says, I wish you guys would show more of your cooking on the truck and share your recipes. So actually, Diane, I think Lori and I are definitely going to be working on that on a Trucker's View. And so we will definitely be posting more of our recipes. I know in Lori's truck, it's mainly James that cooks. And in my truck, it's usually me. However, I'm going to start Larry. I'm going to make him start pitching in. But yeah, we are definitely going to work on that. I just got to get healthy enough to get back on the truck.
And our stuff, the reason why we haven't been doing it is just we've been sitting a lot.
Yeah.
And I just, to stream while we're sitting, I think it's kind of boring for y'all. So
actually, that's not true. I will tell you this much, Lori, just between you and me and the whole audience is watching. Some of our best videos have been just Larry and I sitting on the bed chatting with everybody. That's actually some of the best videos we've ever done because we're relaxed, they're relaxed, and usually those are what turns into like a joke hour. And we usually get our most views at that point too, because you guys are both relaxed. You got nothing better to do than to chit chat with all the fans. And those have actually, I think, been our funnest videos we've ever done because we're relaxed, they're relaxed, and then it winds up turning into like a joke hour. So just because you guys
do something like that. She has all kinds of jokes.
I know, he's full.
I remember one night where Angie and Larry did that, and they was telling jokes, and I was rolling all over my bed. I was like laughing so hard. And then I think my husband called me up and was like, hey, I'll be in Jacksonville. Come meet me in Jacksonville. Okay. 5 hours from me, I'll go. And I told him, I says, you can't interact because this video has already been showed, but I want you to sit here and listen to this video.
Yeah.
And he sat there and he watched the whole thing, and he was rolling. And he's like, I'm going to have to remember these jokes. I'm like, right?
I know.
That's funny.
And those are some of our best live feeds that we do is when we're just down and we have nothing better to do. And honestly, we're bored off our butts. So that's when we'll get on. And then before you know it, you've got so many people joining in with you, and they're just so yeah. I know you're like, oh well, we're down, we got nothing better to do, but that's when we do, and we're like, okay, we're bored. What do we do?
Well, they can do that.
Yeah, and then when Lori and James go live, never know what's going to come out of James's mouth.
Right?
That's when I kill shit.
That's what?
When we're bored and not doing nothing, that's when I kill shit.
Him in that bloody Xbox, I'm telling ya.
I know Larry still needs to get his going. He barely plays it. So I just thought of something to Diane's comment that she had. And it's just something like just popped in my brain. And so I thought I'd mention it. what if we put out there on Trucker Safety Divas and see if any of the women would like to do some cooking videos on a trucker's view, and maybe that it could be, yeah, I think that'd be, because a lot of the videos that people do as far as cooking, we can convert to do in the truck, and maybe we've got some at-home chefs that would like to do that. That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
And FYI, don't forget everyone, since I know you're all watching, we're still looking for recipes to make the Diva cookbook. We've only have a handful, so we need a lot more.
Yeah, I need to get you my recipes too.
Yeah, there's a, well, it's not really a recipe, but, you know, the way I cook chili is one way, and then when Chris cooks chili, it's a totally different way.
Mm.
And
That's funny.
he will use spaghetti sauce and barbecue sauce in his, and the way I am is like I cook it the way my mom cooked it,
Mm-hmm.
and I have tried his, but I told him, I was like, okay, you gotta leave the barbecue sauce out for me. I can't do the barbecue sauce. And he's like, fine, I just won't put it in there. I was like, well, take my bowl out and put it to the side, and then you can put the barbecue sauce in with the rest of y'all's, and y'all can have it. No. So, but my kids do that.
Ah, yeah.
And they will get the barbecue sauce out and they'll put it in their chili, and also, but it's just, that'll be another interesting topic. What people put in their chili, you know, because I know everybody's got to be different with it.
I was just going to bring that up. I didn't realize until I moved to where I live now. And I don't know. And so I was going to ask you ladies, I don't know if it's a Midwest thing or what. And I've never tried it because it grosses me out. But all my Midwest friends that live here where I live by St. Louis, I guess it's a thing to either A, put peanut butter in your chili, ugh, or dip a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in your chili. Both of those sound disgusting.
No. Wait a minute. I was born in Missouri. I was born in St. Charles, Missouri. We don't do that at all. That's gross.
I'm so glad, because it's like all my friends looked at me like I was stupid, and I'm like, I've never in my life heard of chili in your peanut butter.
No.
Ew, that just sounds.
I can't do it.
I'm sorry, no.
I can't do it. I can't do it. When he comes back in here, I'm going to have to ask him, baby, you ever heard about peanut and butter in your chili?
So, do you guys do peanut butter in your chili or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? How do you guys do your chili? Tell us how you do it.
Yes, I'd like to know. We got a couple comments I was going to put up here. Ashley says, I have to agree with Larry and Angie. Our cooking and chatting has been awesome. And Lori and James, same when you all have been chilling at the end of the day. See?
Yep.
Hey, Miss Cindy Madonna, we were just talking about you. I was telling everybody how you sent me the information on that FedEx truck that had the accident this morning. So we got a message from Mike Mulder. He says, Lori Underwood, you're making me laugh. Other days you'll be heading to Las Vegas.
We're still in Nevada. We're going to be on our way to Illinois.
Okay, some strange weirdo named Larry Baum said, hello, ladies, love you all.
Love you, Larry.
Love you, Larry.
Love you, Larry.
He's in the bedroom. Let's see, hold on.
Mike said he's going to try that peanut butter and jelly and chili. That's gross.
Yeah, I just
No.
Ashley wants to know, Kathy, and I'm assuming this is between you and your husband, who do you think makes the better chili?
My kids will probably say their daddy. I have asked that question and said, hey, you know, which one do y'all like the better, my chili or your daddy's chili? And the response out of their mouth is, well, Mom will eat your chili too. Okay, you just answer the question. You like your daddy's chili a lot better.
That's horrible.
If you
Larry,
ask my boys, they would say that my mom's chili recipe is the best. I have her recipe for chili, but I have not tried it yet to make it. I need to, but my oldest one would be like, if she would make it a big batch of it and then freeze it down in individual containers.
oh, that's a
Well,
great idea.
my son would go through like 3 of those containers, and she'd be like, "Do you want to save us the rest of us some chili?" And he's like, "No."
No. You know what we should do? We should do a diva and a trucker safety dudes cook chili cook-off. That would be cool.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be
I would
awesome.
make a
Yeah.
chili
Have everybody come taste it or something. I don't know, but do something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay, Mike, really? He says he uses pork and beans in my chili.
I never even thought about pork and beans.
I haven't thought about that either.
No, I don't do pork and beans either.
No, we do barbecue baked beans, though.
Oh, no. I'm always, no, that's not the way I make chili now.
Oh, not in our chili. But
Yeah, see, you don't even know what we're talking about, boy.
I'm definitely going to have to cook me a pot
Do
of
not
chili this
join the
weekend when I get home.
conversation if you don't know what's going on.
I was gonna say, how many people right now who are watching our feed or are gonna watch it later on? It's gonna be interesting to see how many people in the next day or two are going to go out and buy all the ingredients to make chili.
And we're gonna see all kinds of pictures on Facebook. Look, this is my chili. Look, this is my chili. Oh, I can't wait. Let's see those pictures, y'all. That'll
Yeah.
be fun.
And you know, when you take a picture of the chili or video of the chili, you know, write down all the ingredients that you put in there.
There
Yeah.
you go. In
Okay.
fact, I think we have stuff to make our chili on the truck, so we can do that.
Ashley said that she has told people about the peanut butter sandwiches there. See, Ashley only lives an hour and a half away from me. I'm telling you, it's a Midwest thing.
But Ashley said
Okay,
she
well,
also
this
likes
trucker
to
girl
be
is not
spicy in
gonna
her
do
chili
peanut
too.
butter in her chili or peanut butter jelly sandwiches with her chili. No, sorry.
Right? And there's Cindy. I don't know. I don't know. I'm the peanut butter. I'm the peanut butter.
Yeah, I don't know about the peanut butter either.
Yeah,
That's
I don't.
just gross.
It does
sorry,
not
but
sound
yeah.
right.
Okay, Gary Hodgkin said, "Oh hell no."
Oh no!
Right
Okay.
here.
No!
That's okay. Some guy named Larry Bob says minus the peanut butter.
Yeah. Oh, and then he posted earlier that he thinks his chili's the best. Well, here's the funny thing about that. We've been together almost 8 years. I've never had his chili, so how would I know? He can't have the best chili in the world, but I wouldn't know that.
All right, so here it is, Larry. Next time we all meet up, you're gonna have to make your chili, and I'll be the judge of that.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, I mean, this is something I will admit. I'm not the best cook in the world, but he is.
Yeah.
And I love his cooking. And he will get in there. He loves to experiment and mix and make up stuff and put it together. And I'm always like, do I really want to try that?
James does that too. Oh my goodness, yes. He will do, I don't know, he comes up with some weird experiments sometimes. I'm like, babe. And he's like, but that does not look good, honey. He's like, but babe, you gotta try it. I'm like, oh no. No.
No, wait a minute now. Most of the time when you do try it, you end up liking it.
Sometimes.
James, you're correct. When I sit there and I try it, there goes his alarm clock.
Wake up.
Get your happy butt up.
We got Selena says that she dips her peanut butter in my chili and she melts cheese in it as well. See, I'm not crazy. It's a thing. People really do that.
I can understand some people do put cheese in their chili. You know, that
Yeah.
understandable.
cheese is good.
Yeah.
Not
My
peanut
dad
butter.
used to put ketchup in his chili.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
My cousin used to eat ketchup on her scrambled eggs.
My daughter does that, and my grandsons. I think that's so gross. Let's see. Diane said, I've lived in Oklahoma my whole life, and I've never heard of peanut butter in my chili.
I haven't either. This is the first time, so yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, last time, because no.
Right?
Just need to see if
I might have to look at peanut butter different now.
Yeah.
Hey, I am down for an old-fashioned PB&J. I love those, but not in the chili.
No.
Yeah, I
I
can't get past the whole
eat
chili.
a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I don't know what it is. I gag when I start eating it. And also, I could eat them separate, but not together.
I hear you.
Oh no, PB&J
Yeah,
is
me
lovable.
and my husband, we go back and forth. There are some things that he cooks better than I do, and there are some things that I cook better than he does. One of his is
Right.
fried the way his mom used to make it, and I've tried to make it, and I'm like, nope, you're good. That's just going to be your thing that you cook, because I'm not touching it.
You're like, oh no.
Yeah, no, just does not turn out the same as his.
No.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's me. I will sit here and I'm like, okay, I will go ahead and I will try your little experiment. And I mean, I gotta admit, it does turn out. But I have to tell him, hey, how about running your experiment by me before you actually cook it? Because there might be an ingredient in there that I won't eat.
Yeah.
But then that won't be no fun because they're gonna run it by you first. That's what James will be telling me. Hold on, sorry guys, I gotta plug this mic cord in.
Okay, I love my husband, but he just totally lied. He said Angie cooks better than I do. My kids, God, I don't know how my kids survive because they will tell you I'm like the worst cook ever. I've gotten better since I met Larry because, like, I don't know about you girls, but when I cook, I love to watch YouTube videos because to me, I'm a visual learner. So I love watching YouTube videos and getting ideas of new recipes and stuff. I'm not one of those people that give me a recipe and I have to follow the directions. I want to watch it. So
Right.
I've gotten better.
There's this one thing that I tried cooking. It was right after me and him got married. I think my mom called it a hamburger casserole. I don't know.
Yum.
But I think it was hamburger meat with noodles and I think cream of mushroom soup. I think, or cream or something like that. And whenever I cook it, I've cooked it twice. And he has forbidden me to ever cook it again.
Oh, I have to admit, there have been times through our marriage that I have made some pretty nasty things.
Everybody has. There's
not
times I've actually screwed up a meal going, yeah, I shouldn't have cooked today. We should have just played, it's whatever you want.
I told him, I said, well, it turned out great with my mom cooked it. He says, yes, I could eat it when your mama cooks it, but not with you. I'm like, what are you missing? And also, it seems like there's an ingredient that I'm missing that I don't know anything. I don't know. So,
Ashley just
it's okay.
Ashley just put, I really love the idea of crescents and gravy. So for those of you guys that don't know, every time Lori,
as well.
I know. For those of you guys that don't know, every time Lori talks and she's got a great idea, she doesn't say idea, she says idea. So it's become like a joke amongst us divas whenever we have an idea. But yeah, so the crescent rolls and gravy actually happened on the truck one day. I was supposed to make Larry some biscuits and gravy, and I guess I forgot to buy biscuits and I bought crescent rolls. So I was like, well, screw it. We'll just use crescent rolls today. And then it became a thing. He loves it.
Oh, we do too. We liked it that other day when we were with you guys. So we made it ourselves that way here.
Yeah. Oh, Diane, can I just say I love you because she just put in here. That's why I like watching Pressure Luck. He walks you through the recipe. I love Jeffrey. If you have not been on YouTube and if you have a pressure or an Instapot, go watch Pressure Luck. This guy is hysterical. He walks you through the ingredients. They're super. Every recipe that we have tried, Larry and I, has been super flavorful, but he's got a really funny personality. He's a great guy. So yeah,
Well,
Pressure Luck on
You'll have
YouTube.
to send me that info then.
Yes. Okay, Larry said cream of mushroom, pork chops, and white rice. That's his favorite dish that he likes to make.
Oh, now that sounds really good. And
Really
I haven't had lunch. I'm hungry. So
I know. I still haven't eaten my breakfast that he made for me. I had a couple of bites. I'll eat it afterwards. But it's so funny. Go ahead.
I felt so bad with Chris last night. We went to Applebee's, and I posted about my drink, Blue Hawaiian Long Island iced tea, and I'm like, hey, I want to try it. I can't drink anything that's got a strong liquor taste in it. And now if they could have, backed up off of it a little bit, I would have finished the whole thing. But it was so strong. I took 3 sips out of it, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And I knew he couldn't drink it. And so the waitress, she was so nice and so great about it. She says, ma'am, you've only took maybe a couple of sips out of that. Let me go take this, and I won't charge you for it. And I was like, well, you don't have to. I'll pay for it. And she says, no. She says, I can tell you don't like it. I was like, that's a little bit too strong for me.
oh,
So
that's awesome.
I will stick with my Malibu.
Yep, gotta love Malibu.
It had Malibu in it. So I couldn't understand, but I don't know. There was one, I think it had, like 3 different liquors in it. And I think one of them was just a little bit too strong that overpowered the rest of them, because I didn't even taste the Malibu in it.
Yeah.
I actually like when we were with Angie and Larry, not when we were with them for the 4 or 5 days, we did what was it that the fireball shot. And that actually it wasn't too bad.
I'll stick with
I
Malibu.
love this by Ashley.
What did she say?
You guys, this Wednesday chat was a great idea. It's a very casual and really, really, really brightened my day. Oh, I'm so glad, Ashley.
Ash, we love you, honey. I'll call you soon, babe.
We're here for you.
All right.
Yeah,
So what else can we?
I drink
I'm
the
sorry,
Malibu pineapple
Yes.
in orange juice. So yummy.
What
So
is that
very
one?
yummy.
Right?
There's one called Lifesaver. Oh my goodness, that's good. It's like a green apple and Malibu and something else, but it's really, really good. But if you don't be careful, you're going to get pretty hammered.
Right. Yeah.
Pineapple Malibu, you can get pretty hammered on that too, because you don't know when you're had enough, because it's a light drink,
Yeah, me and Chris is not we don't drink a whole lot. And we drink really every now and then. And I'm like, okay, I want to try this.
No, it might be a Friday.
But usually I don't.
Really, Cat?
Ashley said, I wish I could.
Every time I get on my lap, a cat walking across my screen. Seriously. That was your free entertainment. I'm changing her name from Boo to Hellcat. Because of the TikTok video I saw. It showed this Mustang and it says, you see Hellcat. And then it goes to these kittens and this one flies by like nothing but a big blur. And I went, oh, I got one of those.
Right? Yeah.
Seriously, why?
Yeah, it was I don't know if it was on Facebook or TikTok. We was watching last night, and there was this dog that came and jumped in the owner's arm. And Chris looked at me, he says, "Do you realize that's going to be Diesel this weekend?" I'm like, if he comes and runs and jumps up in my arms, me and him's going to be landed on the floor.
Oh, wow.
Your husband's like, "Angie, what are you eating?"
I'm trying to eat your breakfast, but I don't want to be rude. Mouthful of food while I'm trying to do my show.
That's why I was trying to eat before we did the show.
I know. It's like I'm trying to sneak a bite here and there, and he had to call me out on it.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley. I have to watch out. My cats have this problem when they walk across my laptop. They hit the airplane button on my laptop and put me in airplane mode. And then I have no internet, nothing, anything. Oh,
we got a comment here from Kathy Hilton. No one to put up. She said, "Hello, ladies. My hubby's in the hospital with COVID, and our house is under quarantine." I am so sorry, Kathy.
Send you prayers and loves, Kathy, honey. I'm so sorry.
Yes, we're sending loads of prayers for you and virtual hugs.
Yeah, it's so many people we know have been affected with COVID over the last 2 years, but right now, it just seems like almost everybody and their mother has COVID. I'm so sorry, Kathy.
Well, before you guys got in, I was telling Angie that my oldest son called me and said that him, his girlfriend, and my granddaughter all had tested positive for COVID. My grandson's the only one that didn't have it. And I'm like, well, good thing I haven't seen you for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So I'm just like, oh, why?
Yeah,
everybody I know that is getting it.
Yeah.
It's,
And it's this whole thing. I'm sorry, but the CDC saying, "Oh, you have to be off for 5 days quarantine, and then you go back to 5 days." That's what we were hoping. We hoped we could be off the road for 5 days. But let me tell you something. This is like Ashley and Catherine and I were talking this morning. I've got COVID fog, and so does Larry. We feel like we're airheads, we're idiots, and it's like one day we wake up, we feel awesome, and then by the afternoon we feel like total crap. It's like 5 days in my butt. This is kicking our butt.
My neighbor across the street, she's 75. She had tested positive. This was 2 months ago. She had brain fog. She still kind of does.
Yeah,
wow.
And it's all because of the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was messing with Larry when they came down with COVID because he wrote me and stuff. I said, I know the four of us are like best friends and all that, but we don't need to share each other's germs. He got a good laugh out of that one. He's like, right? I'm like, yeah, keep it to yourself now.
Yeah, we went to Walmart's the other day, last week, and days are coming together with me. So I know we went to Walmart. And I kept on telling Chris, I said, I got to get an emergency seat.
Yep.
He says, why? I says, I don't want to get sick. And they start taking this. And he says, oh, that's right. Larry's just to get elderberry. I'm like, that's what he said, didn't he? So we bought 2 big bottles of them.
Nice.
And so I've been taking them every day.
Yep.
Now, I can't get him to do it and all, but I'm trying. But he again don't listen.
We got a couple comments here from Kathy Hilton so she said, thank you all. It is some rough stuff. I literally feel like I'm doing it alone. And then she said, I hope that the boss will sanitize his truck before letting anyone else drive it. I have literally been thinking about that myself, Kathy. I would really like to get somebody to come in and sanitize.
Right.
I mean, it makes sense to have somebody come sanitize your truck so then you don't catch anything again,
Yeah, for the second time.
So it does make sense. I would. Thanks.
And I have
Exactly.
a compromised immune system as it is because I have rheumatoid arthritis. So that was the whole reason for me actually getting the COVID shot. And then going and getting the booster. I went and got the booster Monday, and yesterday I was like, yeah, I felt like somebody ran me over with a Mack truck. My arm hurt, my body was achy, I was just like,
Right.
okay.
Well, when the COVID first hit, and I wasn't with James at the time, but when he came to get me, I was like, okay, I get sick really, really, really easy. So I was like, you
Yeah.
have to sterilize the truck before I get it. So we have to do all kinds of stuff, But even during the travels, I wouldn't get out of the truck. I was too afraid of getting it.
Well, in 2020, we decided in February, with the end of February, beginning of March, we went to Maui. That was our vacation. We spent 9 days over in Maui. We came
Oh,
back,
nice.
and then 3 days later, the whole country shut down.
Oh wow.
We
Let's
got
see.
back just in time.
Ashley says now.
How can Angie have such a model pose when she freezes? Not fair. Anytime I freeze, I look like I have rabies.
Right?
You do not, Ashley. Thank you.
No, you don't. Woman. This COVID stuff just needs to come to an end. That's all I gotta say,
And there's
Right,
different
and then-
variants coming out now. So it's like, there's
Right,
different
and then-
variants of the flu. So, we're never going to,
Right.
I'm getting tired of wearing a mask at work.
Oh, I hear you. I'm tired of wearing a mask. When we went and saw the Raiders Stadium, the whole tour, we had to wear the mask. And so it was really hard to take good pictures and stuff because we got this around our neck and everything else. I'm like, it bothers me,
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Mike's he's sitting here watching us and eating grapes.
Mm. Yummy. I love grapes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's just,
And then
people die of flu all the time too, but so is this another type of flu now?
I don't know.
Now, you don't hear anybody talking about having the flu. Now it's always COVID.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, what else? Kind of like, what else is going to come up that's going to affect our health in some kind of detrimental problem? You know what I mean?
Right. And Ashley goes, I use humor during hard times. Love you. Made you laugh. Yes, you did, Ashley.
Oh, Ashley, we love you too.
Yes, girl, we
It's just
love you.
different things, but I'm just, we have to wear a mask at work, and all I work in the cash office, so I have to get tills ready. So I'm in there by myself. It comes off my face. I'm like, yeah, I'm not wearing it in this confined little space that I have to,
Right.
But
Well,
I'm just like, it sucks.
I've become a germaphobe out here on the road now. When we go and take showers, I have like my little shower shoes. I will not touch the floor. I have to like use wipes and stuff when I'm handling anything. I'm not okay with it now,
Yeah.
It's,
That was for a
Lori,
while, for the
something
longest time. I didn't go out on the truck with him because bathrooms were kind of restricted at customers.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I'm not going to come down sick and then end up in the hospital somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And then
Well,
what is he going to
that's
do?
another
He's
good
not going to
topic.
leave my side.
What, Kathy?
That's another good topic. I don't know if you and Angie have done it before. About the going in showers with the shower shoes and stuff like that.
We've touched on it on one of our shows, but not like an intensive topic like germaphobes out there on the road or anything like that. No, we haven't really touched on that. But now for me, I'm huge about that stuff. I try to stay away from people. I wash my hands all the time. I won't touch the floors. I won't touch the shower. I won't. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, this COVID thing is, it's got me, where ugh, I gotta buy some more hand sanitizers.
Do you guys
Any of our
remember?
viewers, are you guys a germaphobe? Are you guys worried about coming down with anything? How do you guys feel about the whole situation?
I mean, I think he's got some hand sanitizers in the truck. We have our mask in the truck. We have wipes in the truck.
Odor band, Windex.
And then we got, wait, I'm going to get some Lysol. So,
I've gotten so bad that when I go into a truck stop, coming in and out of it, I won't even touch the door handles. I won't touch the faucets on the sinks. I'll either use my sleeves or I'll use paper towels. So that's why I was shocked that we got COVID, because I'm kind of like OCD about it. I don't want to touch anything that somebody else has possibly touched.
Yeah, you're a lot like me. The whole germaphobe kind of thing, you know?
And I never used to be that way until COVID. And now it's like, sometimes I think I'm like hyper vigilant about it.
Yeah.
oh, my baby's just to start making me cry.
What?
He is about ready to he's going to have me crying.
Oh, why? What did he do? Should we smack him?
I looked over there and he's finishing with something and he's got me some kind of card or something. It's like, what else did you get me?
You're getting spoiled. Hey, that's a good thing.
Oh, I know, he's going to make me cry.
See, he's an example of what all men should be like. They should always spoil their women and vice versa.
Oh, yes, he is. He spoils me and, you know, he knows them little things like that. Ah, I love him. I love him. So, like,
That's sweet.
I keep on wanting to look at him and I'm like, what are you doing?
Now, woman, pay attention to the show. Leave your husband alone now. Just kidding.
Okay, so is this card going to lead to ice cream?
Wait, what?
No.
You got ice cream now.
I forgot. It's a daytime show. I'm sorry. Oops.
I think he used the word this morning, doctor.
Oh, Lord.
Oh God.
And I'm like, no, I gotta get up. I gotta start doing things. I gotta get dressed. I gotta do this. I gotta do that.
OBGYN.
So I don't know. We're here at at one of his terminals in Chester, Virginia, because we got to go pick up a load tonight. It's what, 7?
No, 7:30.
Oh, 7:30.
FedEx.
FedEx, and take it to New Jersey.
My favorite place to go.
And also, I met his dispatcher yesterday for the very first time. And so I'm sitting there and I'm going, babe, what states have I not seen yet? And then his dispatcher like, well, we got a FedEx load going to New Jersey. And Chris like, no, I don't want that. And I'm like, well, I haven't been to New Jersey. I was trying to say Colorado, but Nevada came out. And I'm like, wait. He goes, baby, I don't go to Nevada. I'm like, that's right. I meant to say Colorado. So I was trying to name my, states I haven't seen yet. That way, when I come back in February, maybe we could hit them, So I took a nap later on that day while we were driving, and I woke up and he's like, baby. I was like, what? He says, I got that New Jersey load. I'm like,
Oh.
oops. I guess that was my fault because I said I was wanting to go to New Jersey.
That's funny.
So I kind of feel bad, but um, so I'm often taking pictures,
That's what
and
I would do.
Pictures of the dark.
yeah, probably the dark. Mhm.
Sure, why not? As long as there's something for us to see, we don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm checking pictures at night and stuff.
Mhm.
As long as it's lit up really good, you can still see them when you post them and stuff.
Yeah, every time we
Right.
crossed the state line, I took a picture of the sign of the new state that I had not been to.
Oh,
See,
nice.
I wanted to do that.
And then my
We
husband
take
got me up
a-
into Maine, and I was like, we had like a 3:30 in the morning delivery we delivered, and then we had to go pick up this load in Maine, and we're both tired. And the next thing I know, I see this sign, and I'm like, it says "Watch for Moose Crossing Road," and I went, no, I did not see that. I'm tired. I'm punchy. I need a nap. I'm whatever. We get about 10 miles down the road. There's another one. I go, what the hell? And he goes, what? And I said, what is this? Watch for Moose Crossing Road. And he goes, yeah, we're in that part of the country. We got to watch for moose. And I'm like, lovely.
I've always wanted to see the news.
We get down
Can I
this
hear that
little
from a
2-lane
phone?
road with a lake on the right side, on my side. And he's driving and he's tired. And I know he's tired, but we're almost to where we're supposed to pick up this load of fruit. And he goes, here, moosey, 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 moosey. And I'm like, no, 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 no.
No. I was seeing a video one day, and this moose, and I guess it was walking down the road or something, and
Not blow a horn.
and all of a sudden a semi came up, and my mouth just fell to the floor, and I'm like, a moose is bigger than a semi?
Oh, he's standing by the same.
I'm like,
Yeah, close to it.
oh my God, I could not, but I've never seen one in
I
person.
haven't seen him in person.
So I was like,
The other day when we were driving to Sparks, and we had no connection the other day. We were driving up, and I heard bighorn sheep come running across the road right in front of the truck. I was like, oh my God, I wanted to get pictures, but they're gone. I was like, well, dang it.
oh,
Well, he
thank you,
was
love
like,
you
I'm
too.
like, no, we're not calling moose. And he goes, but I saw Rocky, I saw a squirrel. And I'm like, that doesn't mean Bullwinkle's close behind. And I said, you need a nap, dude.
Oh,
We got to our pickup and I told him, I'm like, he backs into the dock and I'm like, go take a nap now. I'm like, I'll let you know when they're done loading and paperwork and everything. And he's like,
Hey,
fine. I'm like,
Dawn,
"Please."
how you doing?
Yeah, are you feeling better, Dawn? I've been worried about you. I know she's been really sick. I was worried that she might have COVID too.
Oh no. Hi, Dawn, honey.
All right. Well, guys, he gave me the card.
Have you read?
Aw.
Oh,
That's
Aw.
cute.
Together is how I always see us, baby. And then, of course, it says, no matter how much time goes by, I know I'll never stop needing you in my arms on the days that are too hard to do alone. Never stop wanting you beside me to make the good days even better. I see us loving this sweet and this strong for a wild lifetime of days. And I'll never stop feeling this lucky to be the one sharing them all with you. I love you. And
that's
then what he wrote to me was like, thank you for coming out here so we could spend quality time because I know that I'm gone a lot and I appreciate your understanding and support. I don't want to spend 1 second a day without you. I love you.
Aw.
God.
Good. So I think that kind of makes your decision about whether or not you're going to go back in March a little easier.
Yes. Yes. I know. I might just say, I got to come back out here.
Yep.
Oh, but the main thing is,
Even, like for James, it makes it easier for him out here because he's got me.
Mhm.
And I can help him back or whatever he needs.
right,
And it just makes his job easier.
That's exactly what I did. I did a
No,
lot of paperwork.
we'd like to hire you too
Did
for our
a lot
truck.
of answering phone calls. I did a lot of sending messages. So it saved him like 30 minutes at a customer. Everything that I was doing that he didn't have. So all he had to do was back up, open doors, back into a dock, pull forward, close doors, whatever.
Mhm.
It made it so much easier on him.
It truly does. Plus, they got that company, they got that international where they can talk to people, They're not in this truck alone doing this stuff.
right, and then we usually talk when I'm at home. He's on the road. We, talk off and on all day long. And if I'm not calling him, he's calling me. And then he's got two trucker buddies that he talks to all the time. And a lot of times if I call him, he'll put me in with the conversation. And, but they're, I guess right after Christmas or something, when he went back out on the road, he was, he'll tell me he misses me, but he'll say it right after he leaves, baby, I miss you. And I'm like, I miss you too. But then it got worse off and on all day long. I was getting this text, baby, I miss you. I miss you. And I'm like, no, that don't sound right. That's not him. He does not do this.
Mhm.
And of course, I was like, you want to make me leave diesel? Oh Lord, I don't know if I could do this. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. He comes first. So I was like, okay, baby, I'm gonna go out with you in February because you're already gone for January, so I can't, go out with you in January. And then of course I get that phone call and tells me I got 4 hours to get my clothes packed, get the groceries in the house, and get my nails done. And I'm like, okay, can I do this? And so I done it, and I came out here with him, and and off and on he'll be like, baby, you want to come out here in February? Yeah, I'll come back out here in February. I told you, but if it was gonna be January, I'd do February. But he's been a lot better, since I've been with him. I don't see the depression on him. He just loves to aggravate more.
I think they all do that.
Yeah, and I was gonna say too. I mean, I know when Larry was over the road and we weren't together. I mean, it's easy for them to get depressed because really the only people that they're interacting with is the people that they're getting their products with and the people that they're dropping their products off. And honestly, you don't really talk to those people too much. And CB radios are kind of a thing of the past these days. Not too many people use them, especially to communicate with, which is sad. So he would be on the truck by himself pretty much, and I could hear the depression in him too. And I always wished I had the option to go out there with him, but with FedEx Ground, they wouldn't allow that. So, I mean, it is a real thing with our truckers because, and I think that's a lot of time why truckers have such a hard time communicating with people because they're used to being in that truck alone by themselves for days upon days upon days at a time. So who do they have to talk to?
The solitude.
Yeah, he's gone.
They're used to the solitude,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks at a time before he comes home.
Yeah.
And yes, ma'am, you can do all things with God's help, Miss Dawn. Yes, you can. And I told his dispatcher yesterday. I said, I love Heartland to death. I love them. They're a great company. They don't treat you like a number. They treat you like family. I says, I just don't like the fact you don't allow pets.
Yeah, that's gotta be hard if you want to bring Diesel out there. And most companies do allow pets. I'm kind of surprised that Heartland doesn't.
I think
Yeah.
too many people was allowing their pets to destroy the inside of the truck.
Yeah.
So they just
Yeah.
said, no, we're not, we ain't doing it no more. But
I think that's a tough situation because if you're going to have pets out here, just like a home, if you're renting your house, you have to watch what you're doing with your house. You can't leave the holes in the wall. You can't paint it. There's all kinds of stuff. So same thing with your truck. If you're going to have pets out here, you need to take ownership on your pets and watch what you're doing with them.
Well, I was gonna say I know
Right.
Joanne Rose. She was in that same situation, and she's driving for Schneider, and she has, I think it's 2 dogs that she was wanting to take on the road with her because those are her babies, and Schneider wouldn't allow it either. So her daughter's been watching her dogs. So, and I know some trucking companies require like a pet deposit, which I get because if they do damage or something like that. But I think denying a trucker from having a pet out here on the road is more detrimental than anything.
I think so because the pets keep them
Yes.
company. But I also know that when you have a pet on the truck, you have to sign permission to have them on here. You also have to make sure that they're updated on their shots, they're groomed, and they see a vet on a regular basis, which is hard being on the road because a lot of places do not accept just walk-ins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. And when I got Diesel, I had a vet that I've been using for years, but they wouldn't allow you to go inside. You had to they would come out there and get your pet, take them
Yep.
back in, and then you would have to come back. They would call you and tell you when you come back. And I'm like, okay, he's a puppy, and I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So I went to PetSmart to Banfield, and I signed up with them. And of course, you can't go back there with them, but at least you got to leave the property and then come back. You can stay inside the store and walk around the store or whatever you want to do. And while your pet's back there, and then you get to, they bring your pet back out to you. And then the vet himself will, stand there and talk to you.
Yeah.
And with Banfield, anywhere you have to have the PetSmart, he can go in and be seen. But and of course he uses the groomers as well. So, but I would love for Heartland to say, hey, come on, And I even told him, I says, maybe I need to sit down and write a letter to the president or vice president, and and express to them, hey, truckers need their pets, and it's okay. You want to charge a pet deposit. I'll be more
Yeah.
than glad to,
Right.
pay that pet deposit. And and I'm like, I told Chris yesterday, I was like, even if the pet messed something up in the truck, okay, well, it comes out of the driver's paycheck and all.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna have to check into that and do something because, I would love to bring Diesel out here with us, and and because my kids are grown, they can take care of themselves. They can take care of the house. I just got to figure out the food situation with them.
Ashley's got a comment here. We got a couple more. It says, more companies are beginning pet policies here lately for emotional support pets. And that's exactly what they are, especially out there in the road when you're stressed out. I mean, the animals are so much more than pets. They are emotional support animals. And then Dawn Stanton said, I was lucky that my husband was a driver for the same company and we worked the same hours. So we talked on the phone and on the CB and we saw each other at our stops.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that was another thing I did that I got written down was bring Dawn onto the show to promote her show.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Ashley said, Angie, do you feel comfortable using, say, Love's pet perks or pet parks that they have, or are you afraid of possible diseases even with the vaccination? We do take our dogs to the pet areas at Love's. The problem is a lot of times the pet areas are all the way in the front of
Yeah.
it's by where the cars are at. So if I'm just at the fuel island and I'm going through, I don't really have time to walk around to the front to let the dogs go play. Really, the only time I let them go play in a Love's Park is if we're going to be down for a little bit, then I'll take them over there. But I've never quite understood why it's nice that Love's has the pet parks, but they put them up front. They should have one in the back as well for our truck drivers so that we're not having to go walk all the way around front, especially if we're in limited time.
That's one of my biggest stinks. But the other one is I don't like taking the babies to a park and there's a big dog there and there's nobody watching that dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to take them into a dog park, you need to be responsible. You need to be there with your pet. Because there's
Absolutely.
other pets that you need to use that. There's other pets that need to stretch their legs and stuff, you know. So that's one of my my major things is people not owning the responsibilities of
Yeah.
having a pet out here.
We got pet parks where we live at, but I won't even take Diesel or any of my others there, and all because it's like people just let their pets off the leash and just let them take off, and you don't know if that dog's aggressive towards yours or aggressive
Right.
to you, and you bring your dog in on the leash and that other dog comes at your dog.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
would
yeah.
scare me to death and everything. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to dog parks. I won't do it.
Ashley's got a good point. She says, if you're over the road and you need a hotel during a break, it's not always easy to find hotels who will let you have them. And the other thing is, like for us, not only do we have to find a pet-friendly hotel, but a lot of times we're going to find a truck-friendly hotel. So the combination of those two is sometimes impossible to find.
Yeah.
But it is a little easier sometimes when you have a pet that is oh my goodness, I can't even think of it right now.
Service
Emotional
dog,
support.
A service dog, because they can't with the paperwork and stuff, they can't ask you what they perform, what their services are, or anything else. But they have to allow your dog to stay there, even if they're not pet friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's kind of make it a little easier for us.
My dogs can never pass for. I love my dogs; they're adorable. But Gizmo is so hyper, and Bandit, he's well behaved. But my dogs would never pass as service animals. They take one look at my dogs jumping up and down, and they'd be like, "Yeah, they're not service dogs."
I was wanting
And then there's a lady in the mix with the boys.
I
I'm
was
telling
wanting Diesel to be a service animal, but when he's at home, he minds me, no problems. When I tell him to sit, he'll sit. But the minute I take him out in public, he ignores everything.
Yep, my
They're
dogs too.
good
it's
at
like,
home, but when they're out in public,
okay.
it's like, oh my God, why did I bring you out?
Right.
Exactly.
And like with your children, they're good for somebody else, but yet at home, they won't listen to you.
Yes.
Been there, done that.
Don Stanton said they work for the circus and they bring joy to everyone.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, I love Diesel to death, but oh my God, he is a handful when I take him out. And then, of course, him being a collie and all, everybody just, oh my God, you got a beautiful dog. And, and they want to come, towards him and everything. And I'm like, okay, ask before you pet my dog.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know people.
Don't come up to my dog and automatically start petting him. No, please ask me if it's okay to
Yes.
pet my dog. Which
I can understand that,
collies are known to be friendly, and and he is. You walk up to him and he'll wag the tail, and I'm like, dog, you're gonna kill me yet.
Dawn, I hope you get to feeling better, girl. So I know we kind of ran over our time. But before we go, I want to just kind of make a couple reminders before I forget everything. First of all, you can find all this live streaming on a Trucker's View. And we're going to be adding some more streamers. I've been thinking about this, and I don't think it should be just strictly truckers related. Glad to see about, like we were talking earlier, maybe getting some of our truckers' wives on their streaming, like recipes and what their lives are like throughout the day. So we're getting ready to make some changes on the Trucker's View, which I think is going to be positive, because I don't think we need to have just truckers on there. Yes.
No, I don't think so.
And Friday nights, don't forget we have the God Show, Truckers on TV. They're going to be talking about what they do to de-stress. James is playing Xbox and 2, but they're going to be talking about what they do to de-stress when they're getting over the road, have their 34 hours down. Saturday night, Trucker Safety Divas, we have Feminine Hygiene, which I have no idea how that show is going to go. I think it's either going to be funny or very informational, or maybe both.
We don't know until we get the show.
Yeah, it'll be a crap too.
Angie,
Yes.
Ashley made a comment in our messenger thing. She says, hey, wanted to let you guys know, I don't know if this is a restream thing or a new Facebook feature, but they're showing your events in comments now, so we can click. We're going so the reminder is set and viewers don't miss a show. How cool.
Yes,
I like that.
Yeah, it's a restream thing, and I love it. I'm very impressed with restream. The quality of the audio seems to be a lot better. I love the reminders to people, because I know, like, a lot of times when, like, for example, Kathy goes live, I'll try to, like, mentally remember it. But now that we have these reminders that pop up, I'll be like, oh, thank God, I'm so glad I got this reminder about that she's going live. Yeah.
Right?
So one more thing I want to mention is the girls have their show Sunday night, 7 p.m. If you guys have not followed their page yet, it is the Trucking Cancer Queens. It's Ashley and Catherine. So be sure to watch those. And like I said, we're going to be making a lot of changes to Trucker's View. We'd love your guys' input. If you have ideas that you would like to see in a Trucker's View, let Lori or I know. But I think we're going to switch things up, because yes, it is a Trucker's View, but I want to include the truckers' wives and spouses and significant others in a Trucker's View.
Right, and maybe, every once in a while we can have some of our fans, viewers, family come on too.
I think that's
about
a great
how you
idea.
feel about trucking, or what you do, because we want to know what you guys do too.
Yeah. And I hope you guys know, speaking for Lori and myself, that we do not consider you guys our fans, that you guys are our family, because so many of you, even though we share our lives with you and what we're going through, like Larry and I going through COVID, you guys share your lives with us too. And we truly, truly do appreciate it. I know I'm not the best as far as getting back to people right now because I'm sick, but I do appreciate it. And Ashley she said, go follow Rolling with the Underwoods and Married to the Road and Chasing Miles, everyone. Thank you, Ashley.
Yes,
So before we
yes.
let everybody go, on that topic, how Ann said that we look at you guys as family. All right, so here it is. I've been having a really bad week. Me and Laura Brock had a friendship. We had a pretty darn good friendship. Now, I didn't know her very much, but I've just been like off. And so James posted Bobo last night. Well, that one really got to me, because I'm waiting for Laura to post. That was Laura's thing. She loved Bobo.
Aww.
So, guys, when we say your family, we really mean that your family.
Yeah.
And when something happens to you guys, it hits us hard too.
Yeah.
So just we want you guys to know that. And I'm gonna cry here in a minute, so I need to stop. But just know that you're not our viewers, you're not our fans, you're not we're not here to take money from you. We're not any of that. We're just here to get to know you all. That's what we're here for.
Many times, Lori, if you and I talk, we'll be like, hey, have you heard from Big Mike today? I haven't heard from Big Mike. Or, we do. We talk about you guys all the time. Or, another one is Miss Rita Odell. Have you heard from Rita lately? I'm kind of worried about her. I know she had to go see the doctor this week. So we really do pay attention to your guys' lives, and we do worry about you. And I know Larry's the same way because James, I've heard James, he'll ask about all of our fans and our viewers. How are they doing? What can we do? I'll just be honest, sometimes, especially for Lori and I, it's hard because if you guys understood how many messages we receive on a daily basis, sometimes it's so hard to keep up with the messages. So if we don't get back to you, it's not that we're ignoring you, but sometimes I get up to 100 messages a day and it's very hard trying to keep up with people, but we do think about it. Yeah, it's kind of overwhelming sometimes.
So my goal is, if you message me on Facebook, if you comment under one of my posts, that's my goal, to at least comment on those posts so you know that, okay, I'm acknowledging you. But if I don't get your private messages, just understand that, I've got a lot of stuff going on too, so.
Okay, Dawn Stanton, you were so funny. She said, I know that y'all talked about me at times. My ears are burning a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been talking about you a lot lately, Dawn, only because we've been concerned about your health, and I know that we're all going through the same thing. So, yeah, I have been talking about you.
There's a lot of our family that's going through a lot. I know Shelby's going through some stuff. I know Diane's been going through some stuff. So we do watch you guys. We do care and want the best for you all out here.
Yes. And actually, what Ashley said is true. She said, so what they're saying is just call them instead, everyone. But that's true. When I'm on the road, sometimes it's easier for you guys who do have my number to call me because sometimes it's way easier to reach me. Because you got to remember, I drive 10 or 11 hours a day and I can't text while I'm driving. So yes, I've always told everybody, if you're bored, you need somebody to chit chat with, or you need to get a hold of me, just call me, because texting and Facebook Messenger is impossible when I'm driving. I'm not going to do it.
But now understand, sometimes on that note, let me put that out there. If we're in a no service zone, like we were a couple days ago, we won't get your calls either.
No.
So we were in and out of service really bad that day, and I wasn't getting nothing. I'm like, darn nothing.
Right. I mean, I've actually done that. I was at home and he had to drive all night, so he was asleep. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, I'm bored. I'm bored. Who am I going to call? I'm looking, so I call, his name was Roberto, but I call him Robo. So I called Robo. He's like, why are you calling me? I'm like, because I'm bored and Crescent's asleep. And I said, you're driving, right? He's like, yeah, so I can keep you awake, right? Yeah. So we sit there, we talk and everything. So that made me feel better. And of course, with that night when he got up, he let me know. If he knew I was still up, he would let me know he was awake. And that was the first thing I told him. Hey, I got bored today. I called Robo. Okay.
I want to say one more thing before we get ready to close here. So as some of you guys may have seen on Married to the Road, I posted this yesterday. So my best friend and my cohort and my troublemaker, who's right next to me, Lori Underwood. So she made, yes, no. So when Larry and I woke up from our naps yesterday, we saw that she made a fundraiser for us, and so I just wanted to publicly thank her for that. It was sweet because the way she worded it was really, it made us cry, because she said how we give back to everybody else, and she's right. It is tough because we've been off for 2 weeks, and honestly, I don't know when we're going to go back. We're hoping for next week, but we will see. But as everybody knows, as anybody who has to take time off, it sucks because you don't get paid for it. But when there's two of you and you both have to take time off, it's even harder. So it
right.
sucks. And I hope we can go back to work soon.
I know what your finances are right now, and I know that you guys need a little bit of help. And I'm sorry that when I'm not saying Oh no, hold on. Ah, what the heck?
We still see and hear you.
Yeah.
You little- ah. Okay, I don't see myself. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not saying you don't have. I'm not forcing you to or anything. It's up to everybody if they want to donate, but I would appreciate, and I know they would too, because right now they are kind of struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest, she's the only one we shared that with because we're not, as you guys know, we're not the type of people to ask for help. But if anybody does, that's great. And she left. Well, fine. We didn't want to talk to her anyway. The heck with you, Lori. We're done with you. No, I'm kidding,
And of
people.
course, your husband posts up there that he goes, "We love you so much, and we love you too, Larry."
You know, that's the one thing I do love about Larry when he's sick. He's so mushy.
we don't
Like
we don't want him sick all the time. I realize he's mushy, but we like his funny side too. So
Yes. All right, guys.
Right.
We're going to close up the show, but I do want to say from now on going forward, this lady in the pink here, Miss Kathy, is going to be the host of the midweek show. And then it's going to change every week. We never know what divas are going to be on the midweek show. It's just kind of a fun, as you could tell, casual show just for us to inform you guys of what's going on. And I'm going to help Kathy learn the ins and outs of Restream. So next week it'll be an even better show. And, today was just our first.
Yes, another good song.
Yes. Yes. We'll get it figured out. We'll get all the kinks worked out, and the shows are just going to get better and better from here. But we'll have the show every Wednesday at noon. Kathy's always going to be the host, and then sometimes Lori will be on here, sometimes Sheila. Heck, we may have 10 girls on here. We just never know.
Yep.
Well, thank you,
Yep,
ladies, for being on
exactly.
the show.
Don't forget to follow Married to the Road and Rolling with the Underwoods on their TikTok
Yes.
and Chasing Miles.
and
Yeah.
Casey Miles and God, I know there's another one. Rita Trucker.
Yes, yeah, Trina Trick. Oh, and don't forget to keep Chris in your thoughts and prayers, guys. She's finishing up her CDL training this week, and she'll be testing very soon. I know she's got this, but still keep her in your thoughts and prayers. It doesn't hurt.
Yes,
Yep.
she's got this.
Yep. And then of course Miss Dawn has a page. I know I've written it down.
I know, it just slipped my mind too. I'm like, I'm telling you, COVID fog's a thing.
Miss Dawn's page is The Adventures of Bam Bam, the Snow Dog.
Yes, and if you guys have never seen Dawn stream, she's a super sweet lady. She's been through an awful lot. She lost a husband not too long ago. She is an amazingly kind trucker. She right now, unfortunately, is sick. But seriously, if you haven't watched her, you catch her on Trucker's View too. She's just an absolute sweetheart.
Yes, she is. I love Miss Dawn.
Me too. All right, ladies, I'll go ahead and do the closing graphic, but thanks everybody for being here. Kathy, thank you for coming up with this idea and hosting it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, you ladies have an awesome day, and we'll see you guys on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.